Here we go, 16 best memories of 2016. That was so dramatic and it's not even that cool of a video. I'm gonna be sharing with you guys 16 of my favorite moments slash things that I did during this year. This is more for me to kind of look back on, but I still wanted to upload on YouTube because I thought it would be really fun for any of my new subscribers. Let's get into it, shall we? I've got it all written down on my phone. This is kind of in order, some of them aren't, but let's just see how this goes. The first thing I have written down is I went on multiple trips to Oklahoma. I live in Texas. So Oklahoma is like one state up and I just like going there for four-wheeling trips and stuff. I go with my dad usually, but one specific trip was with my friend Michaela. She had never been four-wheeling before. I love going on trips with my friends and it was like her first time four-wheeling, and so that was definitely really exciting. One time when we were like going, there was this huge mud puddle. Like I've never seen one so big. It was like a pond. That's a little bit of exaggeration, but it was really deep, and then we were tipping over and we were the whole four-wheeler and me and Michaela with my phone were about to fall into this huge puddle of mud. We survived. I'm a good four-wheeler driver. I also went to Galveston a couple times. Again, I live in Texas, so this is the closest beach to me. Me and my family go all the time. I went 3 times in 2016, but my favorite trip was with 2 of my really good friends that ended up moving right after we went. I've known them since I was in 4th grade. We all went together and it was just a really fun time. We rent a condo and we just go to the beach and stuff. So I had a nephew that was born on March the 7th, which he's just so cute. He's just a little bundle of joy and I love him, and he's gonna be a year old in March. I met multiple YouTubers throughout the year. I went to a specific event, which I will tell you guys about in a minute, but I met Sierra, I met Janine, and I don't know her really well personally. I've only talked to her a few times, but when I did, I had some good conversations with her. I love her. She's just an amazing person. She's been going through a lot recently and she's been using her experiences to help minister to other people with her channel. I definitely look up to her, so it was really fun getting to know her a little bit more throughout the year and being able to meet her and actually talk to her in person. I also met Sierra, which funny story, I saw her at a mall and I took a picture with her, and that picture ended up in my school yearbook, which is just so funny to me. I just don't even know. It's just random. BeautyCon Dallas was in March and I was lucky enough to be able to attend. But even more than that, the night before BeautyCon, I also went to I also went to a style hall party. That's the network that I'm linked with for my channel. So that was really, really fun. Like, I'm like still fangirling, and that was in March. But basically it was just this party with a whole bunch of big named YouTubers that you would know if I named them out loud. Alicia, Mia, Nikki, Gabby, Tila, like everybody was there, Janine, and they were just all around me just sitting and talking and stuff like that, and it was just crazy. I felt like an actual YouTuber, and it was definitely one of the highlights of my year. I was literally just sitting down and Nikki and Gabby came and sat next to me. Like, also, the next day I went to BeautyCon, which of course was amazing. By the way, I vlogged that, so it will be down below. Definitely one of the biggest highlights of my entire year was going to Chicago for a school trip with a couple of my best friends. It's just one of my favorite memories of school so far. And I made a travel diary. I will link it down below. I'm not going to talk about it a lot more, but just traveling with your friends is just so fun. I traveled so much, so that's what most of these points are about. Right after school got out, me and my grandmother took a trip to Paris for 2 weeks. I mean, Paris is just such a magical, beautiful city. Everybody wants to go to Paris, so that was really, really exciting. I've only been to Mexico outside of the country, so taking such a long plane ride overseas was just so crazy to me. I couldn't fall asleep and I was so jet lagged when I got there, but it was such an amazing trip. I mean, going to Paris is just so exciting. So I took lots of cute pictures, saw lots of amazing things. While we were there, we actually took the Eurostar to London. I loved London. I really hope that I can go back again because you were only there for 1 full day. We were technically there for 3 days, but only 1 full day. We went on a bus and just kind of toured around the city. I can't even explain to you how cold it was though. It was in the middle of June and I did not pack enough warm clothes for London. It was freezing. I also visited my sister and her kids and my brother-in-law in New Mexico at the end of the summer. They also came and visited us, which was really cool. I attended a really fun youth conference. I'm not really involved in a youth group for church. I've never really experienced that. Being able to go to this conference was really fun. It was a few days. I went with my good friend Kayla. Music was awesome. The speakers were great, and I'm just really glad that I was able to go. I went to the For You tour in Texas. It was the Dolan Twins' tour, but Alex was a guest star star on all of the shows in the United States. If you know me, you know that Alex Sayano is definitely my favorite singer. So afterwards, I was able to meet him, so that was really, really cool. Never got over that, still not over it. I'm also gonna go see him again in March. He's going on tour again. I will leave a link down below if you're interested. I took a trip to Galveston like the day after that show. Guys, you wouldn't even believe. This may not seem like a big deal, but it was such a big deal to me at the time. To go to Galveston, I have to drive to Houston, and then from Houston, Galveston's like another hour. We drove from where I live to Houston, and they had to go to Houston too. So we were on the same highway about 20 minutes apart, traveling to the same place. I know this because they were Snapchatting the whole way there. I'm just getting so excited talking about it. Like, I don't know why I think that's so cool. I have a lot of family that lives in Wisconsin, so I went there during like New Year's Eve, and then I also took another trip during the summer. I was able, of course, to spend time with my family, but while we were there, I went fishing for pretty much like the first real time, and I caught some pretty cool fish, and then we went home and cooked it. We went kayaking and did lots of shopping. Me and my cousin and a couple of her friends, we went to like this really pretty creek area, and we like jumped off this cliff. It was really fun. Also during the summer, I reached 10,000 subscribers, which now that I think about it isn't really a lot. I'm at like almost 17,000 now, but at the time that was crazy to me, and it is still crazy. It might not seem a lot to you guys, but that's a lot of people. It was in September, but I attended the first Alabama game of the season. It was at AT&T Stadium, so me and my dad went. It was so fun. We took this really cool like limo bus car thing to it. We beat USC really bad. It was just a really fun experience. I love going to football games. Homecoming is definitely just a highlight of my school year in general. It just lasts a whole week. Homecoming is a huge deal in Texas. We have dress up days every single day leading up to the game on Friday. We wear these mums, which is so hard to explain to somebody that does not live in Texas. Nobody else like uses them. It's just a really fun time, and I love wearing my mum. I can't believe I did this. It's just so funny. I wrote my political candidate that I wanted like on the ribbon, like directly in the middle. And then of course the homecoming dance. I loved my dress this year. Last minute, me and my dad and my little sister, we went on a trip to San Diego. I was gone for I think 6 days. And for the first few days we were in San Diego, and then we also drove to Palm Springs for a wedding, which was really cool. I've never been to Palm Springs. Then we drove back to fly back home. Really, really fun trip. I took lots of pictures. I never have a dull moment in California. I love it there. I might end up going to college there, we'll see, but that was a really fun trip. And of course, Christmas was a really great wrap to my year. I talked about this, but all of my siblings were home. Doesn't happen very often, maybe once a year, so that was just really exciting. My niece Riley's birthday is on December the 26th. She is what I like to call a Christmas miracle. She was a preemie baby. She was born in December. She was due in April, and she turned 3 while she was here. So that was really fun, kind of spending her birthday here. She's so small, adorable. You would never guess she's 3 years old. She's got this little southern accent because she was born and raised in South Carolina. So I had to share that because I'm so proud of her. So that was everything that I wanted to talk about that kind of happened in 2016. Of course, there were so many other amazing things that I got to do and experience during the year, but those are kind of some highlights that I wanted to share with you guys. Comment down below one of your favorite things that you did in 2016 because I'm really curious. I think it'd be fun to read those comments. But that's about it for this video. I love you all so much. Happy New Year. I hope you all have an amazing 2017, and I hope you did have an amazing 2016, and I will talk to you guys in another video very soon. Bye guys.